Back at centre draw, ready for second half. Our first half commentary team seems to be late back. And Japan's number 4, Sakura Hashim, with the possession. So Japan straight back in offense, just settling. Australia regrouping. I'll hand back to Elisa Stott, second half.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for taking over there. Sorry to be slightly late back joining, but we're underway. No goals yet in this second half. And Japan looking to start off the second half where they finished the first, in dominant mode. But Australia here with a chance to break forward through Kari Somerville. Somerville trying to find Sarah Smith. Sarah Smith unable to gather the feed and is called, I believe, for a crease violation. Let's see what the referee is going to come up with here. In fact, both players called for crease violations, so it will be a throw. The referee will take a throw between the Japanese number 11, Kazuki Onodera, and Australia's Sarah Smith. Japan coming up with the throw. Japan looking the hungrier for these loose balls. And they don't appear intimidated in the slightest by playing the number 3 seeds, Australia. Very impressive performance so far. Australia looking to get things going with midfield pressure. But Japan have played a nice ball over to Naomi Iwata. Iwata looking for some help from her teammates, who are just deciding which 7 players will go over the line to play attack. They now have their 7. Nozomi Tanaka down the left-hand side. Under pressure from Theo Kwas. She moves the ball off. Saki Sakaguchi. Pursued by a doubles. There must be a free player. There she is. It's Sakura Hashizumi. Hashizumi into the 15, into the 11. No shot, closed down by the Australians, but brilliant play and a fantastic goal by Japan. Japanese number 9, Mirei Tamaki. Great feed from Sakura Hashizumi. And the stick is deemed legal by the referee, so that goal will stand. Australia 4, Japan 3. Wonderful play by the Japanese attack.
You got the draw. You know who won the draw?
I think it was Japan, wasn't it? If it was Japan, yeah, thanks. Number 4, perfect. Oh, thank you.
That line dividing the draws is
half time. Brilliant. Thank you, Paul. Lifesaver. What can you do? You can't do anything. So Australia being given a bit of a scare here by Japan. They lead 4-3, but that's another draw control from Japan. And the Japanese centre Sakura Hashizumi is fouled as she takes clean possession of that ball. And fouled again, and that is a push by Ashton Hiron. Australia perhaps a little rattled. Asuka Nu with the ball at the top. To Nozomi Tanaka. Tanaka under pressure from Eleanor Bishop, but moves the ball on behind to Kaoru Hirano. Hirano looking to drive. Australia send the early double. They know the threat that she poses. So early double there. She's shut down well. Isolating the right hand for Nozomi Tanaka. And oh, well kept on. Good improvisation there by the Japanese attacker. keeping the ball on, but Australia will come up with a loose ball through Theo Kwas. Hayley Fuss there, taking the foul, checked too close to the head by the Japanese number 5. Australia will be desperate to take the ball down to their attacking end and set something up. Try and establish a bit of control in this game. Japanese. Oh, good goal by Theo Kwas. Theo Kwas from Ashton Hiron. Theo Kwas's 3rd goal of the game. Good response from Australia. Australia 5, Japan 3. Japanese well known for their fitness, work rate and tenacity, and they're showing all those qualities so far in this game. So, Japanese number 4, Sakura Hashizumi, giving away a few inches against her Australian counterpart, Kari Somerville. That is Kari Somerville in the centre, isn't it? Yeah. It's one of them, but what's some tall... But the Japanese girl does really well, directing the ball into her attacking end and cleanly collected by Saki Sakaguchi. Number 3 for Japan is finding some space. Australian defence has regrouped. They're defending man on man. Oh, good pressure on the ball carrier there, and Ashton Hiram will come up with the turnover. Kari Somerville now looking to get Australia going on the fast break. Japanese dropping quickly, and Kari Somerville elects not to shoot. She'll take the ball behind, she'll wait for her teammates to come up and offer support, but that pass is slightly misplaced, and the Japanese all over the ground ball. And will, oh, but a great interception there by Bridget Hogan. She read that pass in the Japanese midfield perfectly. And intercepts, she sees the free player in front of goal. Oh, and a shot there from Hayley Fuss, just wide, and collected by the Japanese goalkeeper. Japan using their pace really well in midfield. Asuka Nu on this occasion breaking through the Aussie midfield zone and setting Japan up for another attack. Pressure out by Australia, but safely moved on by Japan. Narumi Nakui there threatening from the top. Takeoru Hirano, she's got a nice step, she challenges, she looks for the draw and dump, not gathered, but the loose ball will be collected by Nozomi Tanaka. Japan will continue on attack. So Japan setting up with 2 players at the top, pulling really wide, 2 players inside the 11 and 2 behind. Now they're up to their full complement of 7 as Misaki Mikati comes over the line. Koro Hirano again. Nice footwork by the Japanese number 3. She draws a couple of players to her. She looks for the offload. There it is. And a shot from Narumi Nakui. What number is the goalie now? 8. Eliza Morgan, Australia's replacement goalkeeper, getting her angles just right there and coming up with a nice save. Kari Somerville bringing Australia into attack. She steps inside, cuts inside and makes no mistake. Top corner finish there by Kari Somerville. Route 1 lacrosse from Australia, but paying off there. And they lead Japan 6-3. Good impact play there by Australia's goalkeeper in this second half, Eliza Morgan. Nice save, quick clear, and Australia straight down the other end of the field for a fast break goal through Kari Somerville. I'll hand over to my co-commentator Flame Knight for this next set of commentary.
Thanks, Elsa. So ball's back in the centre circle. We've got Australia, Kari Somerville up against Japan's number 13, Narumi Nuki. Oh, and the whistle's gone. The ball has been given to Australia, so Kari Somerville will start with the ball. It's early movement by Japan on the draw before the whistle went. The Japanese players just been putting 4 meters to the side. Australia uses counter-attack, and that's just a wide shot there by Ashton Hiren, Australia's number 10. Ball's back in the Australian attack, so number 11 for Australia, Sarah Smith, with the ball behind. It's up to Australia's number 14, Rebecca Steer, back behind the goal. Australia looking to settle the attack, set up a scoring opportunity. They'll be looking to get some goals on the score sheet if they can. That's a feed in, picked up by Australia's number 1, Steph Kelly. There's some quick ball movement, balls up top of the fan, in the hands of number 20 for Australia, Rhiannon Panting. Just fed the ball behind again. Australia looking to create that opportunity for perhaps a feed into the hole, or a one-on-one drive. Here we go from number 11. That's good defence from the Japanese there, forcing the weak angle shot, so Australia decided not to take the shot. And there's a good block by the Japanese player, number 13 for Japan, that's Narumi Nuki. That's an empty stick check from Japan, so minor foul. And I think that's Australia's number 10, Ashton Hiren, has been given the ball outside the 15. She'll look to reset the attack. So ball still with number 10, Ashton Hiren, who is fed the ball behind, but there's an overthrow, so Australia have managed to pick that ball up, so it's still in the Australia attack. Looking to resettle the attack, set something back up again, so just moving the ball around at the top of the fan at the moment. Japanese doing a good job at keeping the attack out of the fan. And that's a great interception by Japanese defender number 18, although Australia are back up with the ball. Number 10, Ashton Hiren. Whistle's gone. It's a charge call, so I think the ball should probably be given to a Japanese player. Yes, so Japanese number 14 will be given the ball. It's an opportunity for the Japanese to counter-attack, get the ball back down into their attacking end of the pitch. Australia obviously are going to do their best to redefend and not let that ball out. So ball still with number 14 from Japan. Number 14 from Japan is one of their midfield players, Misaki Makita. The ball is now back with the Australians. Number 9 for Australia, Kari Somerville, just transitioning the ball up into their attacking end again. She's looking to take the ball behind, to settle the ball in the attack. She feeds up to number 11, quick ball movement to number 10, over to number 20, so they're looking to keep the Japanese occupied. Quick ball movement, much harder to defend. This ball's still at the top of the fan. That's number 14 for Australia, looking for a fast drive to goal and a shot. Fantastic goal from Theo Quaz from Australia. 4th goal of the game, so she's having a fantastic game. Obviously a key player on the Australian team. Some good settled play by Australia. Also some good defensive play by Japan, but strong drive from Theo. Takes the score to 7-3 to Australia.
Thanks, Flame. Great goal by Theo Quast. We've seen that all week, driving from that top left-hand side of the fan. She gives Australia a bit of breathing room. Ball up high, everybody in strongly. Good fight there. And the ball is finally in the stick of a Japanese player. Nozomi Tanaka coming up with that draw. And Nozomi Tanaka will take the ball behind. Saki Sakaguchi takes over the attacking duties behind the cage. She's got quite a bit of space. Japanese attack pulled very wide. Great feed. Oh, brilliant dodge. Great feed by Kaoru Hirano. She found her teammate Asuka Nu. But Eliza Morgan coming up with another big save. And Australia now on the attack. Great attacking move by Japan. Just couldn't put the final touches on it. But they will continue to hassle Australia in transition. Japanese team working hard. Not giving Eliza Morgan an easy outlet. And now the pressure on the goalkeeper. Pressure on the goalkeeper. She finds Esther Lavelle. Now Esther looking for help. Being forced backwards. Japan. Great pressure by the Japanese attack. Kaoru Hirano putting pressure on Eliza Morgan. The Australian goalkeeper showing good composure. Good composure. And she finds Kari Somerville. Kari Somerville coming down into the defence to help out. And she will use her pace to transition the ball. Great work by Kari Somerville, taking control of what was quite a sticky situation there for Australia. And she's run the entire length of the field to take the ball behind. She'll offload and look for a little rest. Great work by Kari Somerville there, taking responsibility for the transition and setting up another attacking opportunity for Australia. Eleanor Bishop from the top. Finds Brianna Richards behind. Cuts inside, finds the inside channel around the crease, beats one, beats two, and her shot is well saved by the Japanese goalkeeper. Is it number one now, the Japanese goalkeeper? So they've had a change of goalkeeper as well. Goalkeeper for Japan in the second half, Chihiro Onoki coming up with a good save there. But back on possession, Australia, and goal from Stephanie Kelly. Driving in from the top, good dodge, nice top corner finish by the Australian number one. Australia 8, Japan 3. Much better by Australia. Australia taking much more control and being much more decisive in the second half. That's Steph Kelly's 15th goal of the tournament. She also has 5 assists. Or does she have any in this game as well? No. So she has 20 points for the tournament, which is in the top 10. Australia seem to be missing the impact that Beck Lane has been having in earlier games, but much improved over this last few minutes, and they've restored a good lead now over Japan. I'm told by Paul Mollison, Australia's director of lacrosse, that Beck Lane is an important player for her all over the pitch contribution, as well as her encouragement and organisational skills. So Australia having to make do without her and managing nicely just now. Another draw for Japan. Saki Sakaguchi coming up with the ball. And Japan doing well on draws. Japan lead Australia 6-4 on draw controls so far, and there's a foul call there on Saki Sakaguchi as she drove into the 11. Bit of a size mismatch there, and the Australian number 6 Sasha Polnitz will be put behind for the foul. Saki Sakaguchi with an 11-metre penalty opportunity. She drives in. She is crowded out by a brilliant defensive play by Australia. 3 defenders there crowding her out, not fouling, forcing a turnover. And Australia come up with the ground ball and they will break forward. Rhiannon panting, looking to get something going for Australia. Ball is behind, well taken behind by Steph Kelly. Steph Kelly driving the left-hand crease, but just wide with her shot. And Steph Kelly had come around from behind, leaving no Australian attacker behind the goal, so the Japanese defender was able to chase that, and she'll be given the ball off the back line. So good work by the Japanese keeper. Much better pressure in the midfield by Australia. Sarah Smith now. Sarah Smith picking up the ground ball, driving into the 11 and finishing with a nice low shot into the bottom right-hand corner. Good work by Sarah Smith. That's her first goal of this game. Crowd loving that one. Sarah has got several admirers amongst the Australian fans, and they're in good voice. And Japan, in response to that goal from Sarah Smith, have called a timeout. I'm reliably informed that Sarah Smith has 9 friends and family here in the crowd, and I can hear all of them now singing her name. And they'll be delighted to be enjoying some Australian-like sunny weather here in Edinburgh just now. Whilst we have this break for the timeout, I'll just run you through what games are coming up with the rest of the day. So, on the other pitch, happening just now, Israel-Colombia. At 2:30, we have the quarter-final between the USA and New Zealand. Then at 4 o'clock, Germany take on Finland. 5 o'clock, another semi-final, England against Wales. And the final game of the day at 7:30, from the Platinum bracket, is the Czech Republic against Korea. So with 14 minutes and 26 seconds left on the clock in this second half, Australia have a 9-3 lead and will be much happier than they were 10 minutes ago. Japanese hopefully can be galvanised by that timeout and will be looking to narrow the gap. Narumi Nakui continues in the centre for Japan. And Olivia Parker, the Australian number 18, has taken the draw for Australia. Japan come up with that draw again. They have done extremely well when the draw has gone to ground. Dominating Australia on those ground balls, but really good fight there by Eleanor Bishop. Scrapping away, not letting Japan pick up the ball cleanly, and Australia can take possession and can counter. Foul there on Brianna Richards as she picked up the loose ball. Ashton Hiron to Steph Kelly. Steph Kelly left-handed, looking to feed from that left-hand crease. Australia move the ball around. Bree Richards finding Sarah Smith. Sarah Smith looking to roll inside, finds a nice feed. Sarah Smith to Rhiannon Panting, and Rhiannon Panting will get on the score sheet for her first goal of the game, assist by Sarah Smith. Australia into double figures. They lead Japan 10 goals to 3. 13 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock in this match. Great work by Sarah Smith, looking to drive in but keeping her head up. And when the double came, she managed to find the free player inside the 11, tee her up for a nice quick stick finish. Good goal, Australia. Ashton Hiron now into the draw for Australia. Ball goes loose and there's a foul there on Theo Quass as she collected the loose ball. Australia will take possession of that draw. That was the first draw control of the second half for Australia. Theo Quass driving the ball down the right-hand touchline. And looking for a teammate behind. She finds Steph Kelly. Steph Kelly in the ready position, looking for a feed. She plays it high to the top to Ashton Hiron. Ashton Hiron again, head up, checking the hole for a feed. We've got a flag call, so the referee will play advantage, and the scoring opportunity is lost, so we'll come back for the foul. Ashton Hiron trying to tee up her teammate with a feed, but just not collected. But she will bring the ball back to where the foul occurred, and she will have an 11-metre penalty opportunity. Sarah Smith at the top. Sarah Smith to Rhiannon Panting. Bree Richards back to Rhianna. Quick ball movement from Australia. Really nice. Japan going for the interception. Just not on. Theo Quass with the feed. Brilliant goal by Australia. Best goal of the game for them. Oh, no, it wasn't a goal. Beg your pardon. we were all cheering away, thinking that was an absolutely wonderful goal, but it was just wide from Steph Kelly. Best goal that wasn't. Bree Richards now driving in. I'm going to blame you for that one, Paul. I thought that was a goal as well. I totally, yeah. So Australia regroup. Bree Richards now from the top. Sarah Smith. Really good quick ball movement by the Australian attack. Ashton Hiron. Oh, Ashton Hiron in. Brilliant shot by the Australian. Great goal for Australia. Driving in. Looking as if she was going to run behind, but a nice casual shot into the top right-hand corner. Caught the goalie unawares. Second goal of the game for Ashton Hiron.
So current score is 11-3 to Australia. Back in the centre circle. Umpire's just setting the draw now. Oh, it looks like ball slightly slipped, so just resetting the draw. Australia starts to really come into their own in the second half of the match, but that's a draw to the Japanese, certainly leading on draw controls during this match. Australia putting the Japanese number 3 under quite a lot of pressure, but she's managed to get out of the double team and take the ball safely into their attacking half, I should say third. So ball now with Japanese number 17, who's driving behind the goal, number 17 being Kyoko Kurami. And she's looking to feed the ball up top of the fan. Ball now currently with number 3, Karo Hirano. And the Japanese just looking to move the ball, keep the Australian defence occupied, looking for the right opportunity to set up a play, taking their time, perhaps catching their breath, giving their midfielders a chance to recoup before they re-attack. So it looks like they're on a bit more of a counter-attack now. Ball in the hands of number 17, Kyoko Kurami, now behind the goal. Australia putting some good strong defence on the ball handler, putting her under pressure. Japanese still in control, moving the ball around, making the Australians move with them, keeping them occupied. Nice disciplined attack from the Japanese. Number 13, Narumi Nuki, under quite a bit of pressure from Australia's number 6, Sasha Polnitz. She's safely taken the ball behind the goal. Slight drop by one of the Japanese players, but safely back in the hands. Now looking to re-attack. She's got a bit of a drive to goal there with a lovely goal, lovely finish from Japanese 17 Kyoko Kurami. Will take Japan to 4, but Australia still leading with 11 goals in this second half. 8 minutes left to go on the clock. Got some sun's trying to come out through the clouds up here in Edinburgh in Scotland, so it's a lovely day here now. Started off with a bit of rain this morning, but we can't complain. Looks like the Japanese are just doing a few subs coming off and on the pitch. Give the midfielder a bit of a rest. So just resetting the draw. Japanese have definitely taken control of the majority of the draws of this match, so Australia will be looking to come up with this draw. And they spoke too soon. I thought they had, but I think there's been a foul called, so it's going to be a Japanese ball. Australia number 9, 4 metres behind Karen Somerville. So Japan looking to transition the ball back into their attack, but that's been some great pressure from the Australian defence, looking to capitalise. Whistle's been blown. foul from the Japan number 6, so Australia have been given the ball. They'll look to transition the ball into their attack, which they have now done successfully. So ball with number 11 for Australia, dynamic player Sarah Smith, who's taken the ball behind for a nice feed, but good block from Japan's goalkeeper, Shiro Onkoi. And Japan have been given the ball, so Japan's defence, number 15, Hatsuki Nakata, will look to transition the ball out of their defensive end. And she's got some good legs on her, so she's running up the field. It was a good check from the Australian number 17, Eleanor Bishop. Ball back in the hands of the Australians, who are looking to move the ball up into their attacking end. Slightly scrappy play from both teams over the last 30 seconds, but Australia have now transitioned safely into their attack. Nice long pass from the midfield into the attacking end by Australia's number 9, Carrie Somerville. So Australia just setting the ball up in attack again, moving the ball around the fan, biding their time, creating an opportunity to attack the cage. A whistle's been blown. I think it's a shooting space call on Japan's number 5, Naomi Iwata. So Australia still in possession of the ball, looking to attack the hole, waiting for the right opportunity. Lovely cut from behind the goal. It's called an upcut by Australia's number 1, Steph Kelly. She's just been given the ball. She might look to drive to the cage, or she'll look to pull it out and reset for a better scoring opportunity. And she went for the drive, and it's checked to the head by one of the Japanese players, number 6, who will be put 4 meters behind her. So she has a free position shot from the top of the fan. She'll look to drive to goal. That's a great finish from Steph Kelly, Australia's number 1. That's Steph's second goal of the game. We've got 4 minutes to go, and it's now currently 12-4 to Australia. Really started to take a lead in the second half of the match, coming into the match as favourites for this first knockout round. Steph Kelly has currently scored 16 goals during the tournament. She's up there in the top 10 of goal scorers so far. Impressive number of goals to have scored over the last couple of days. So draw back in the control of the Australian side. Kelly Somerville, number 9. Very disciplined. Decides not to go for the fast drive to goal. Moves the ball behind, and now the ball's back up top. The Australia looking to re-attack, taking their time. Not going for the high-risk opportunity, but waiting for the 100% opportunity. Looking for the feed into the hole. Slight overthrow there from the Australians, but picked up by number 13, Australian defender Rebecca Steer. A turnover by the Japanese. So Japanese now looking to transition back up into their attacking end. Japanese number 14, Misaki Makita. Fed to number 13, looking for a drive to goal. She shoots wide, but lovely opportunity there for the Japanese to get back in the game. But chased by her teammate, number 17, Koyoko Kuami. So Japanese still in possession of the ball in attack. Now look to just take some control in this attack. Set the ball up. Fast break opportunity didn't quite work for them, so they'll look to reset their attack.
So from a score of 4-3 just after half-time, Australia scored 7 unanswered goals to take an 11-3 lead, one apiece over the last couple of minutes, and Japan again in possession. Through Karo Hirano, she moves the ball on. Misaki Makita moves the ball wide. Saki Sekiguchi looking to get something going. Threatening in. Narumi Nokui now. Back to Misaki. Good loud communication from the Australian defenders. They've got themselves organised. Japan seemingly happy just to keep the ball moving around the outside. Not much in the way of cutters going through for Japan. Just a couple of minutes left now. Game probably out of reach for them. Maybe trying to rest some legs before their big game tomorrow. But Kaori Hirano having a go, looking for the feed. The pass into Chika Ahashi was not able to be taken, and Australia will collect the loose ball and they will look to clear now. Sarah Smith up to Theo Kwas, but ball goes to ground and there'll be a ground ball scrap. Foul unfortunately by the Japanese midfielder, and Theo Kwas will put the ball in her stick and look to move Australia forward. Steph Kelly looking to collect the loose ball, but Manami Okada got across well and beat the Australian to it, and Misaki Makita will bring Japan forward again. Japan like to transition through Misaki Makita, and she draws the foul from Eleanor Bishop. Both teams looking a little tired. As the tournament gets to the later stages, the legs get a little heavy towards the end of these matches. And both teams have had a lot of lacrosse so far this week. Australia in particular having played a couple of big overtime matches, maybe feeling it in their legs. They'll be looking to conserve a bit of energy before their semi-final tomorrow. We're into the final minute, 45 seconds left of this game. Japan looking to finish with a flourish, looking for a feed into Kaori Hirano, but just not taken. The ball goes to ground, and there was a foul, a cover by the Japanese attacker, and Australia will have the ball. 30 seconds left on the clock. Now Sarah Smith breaking forward, looking to push the fast break for Australia. Oh, but a good tap down on the pass from the Japanese defender. Collected again by Sarah Smith. 15 seconds left of the game. So to Bree Richards. Bree Richards takes the ball behind. Last 10 seconds, Australia looking for the final shot. Bree Richards cuts back inside. Completely free, and she gets her name on the score sheet. With 1 second left in the game, Bree Richards gets the goal, individual goal, cutting back inside on the crease roll, firing the ball in from close range. Nice moment for Bree Richards. And in fact, that is the game. Referees won't bother going back to the centre. And that is the final score. Australia 3, Japan 4. So Australia got the job done. They got the win they needed. Not a vintage performance by the Australian team, but a much improved second half performance has given them, in the end, a convincing win over a very good Japanese team who worked hard and fought hard, possibly just slightly ran out of steam at the end there. Australia running out, final winners 13-4, and they will go on to face the winners of the next quarter-final, which is Canada. Oh, in fact, it's Canada, because Canada have already won their quarter-final against Scotland. So we know one semi-final will be Australia against Canada. Thanks very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that game, and we'll be back with more action-packed lacrosse later on today. Next game at 2:30, USA New Zealand. 4 o'clock, Germany Finland. 5 o'clock, England Wales, and wrapping up at 7:30 with Czechs against Korea. Hopefully see you then. Thanks.